What's up, guys? We're back here with the NFC. If you haven't watched part one, I did the AFC yesterday. Go watch that right now and then come back here because we got the NFC here. I'm going to start off with the NFC North, and we got Detroit in fourth place at 5-11. Added DeAndre Swift and Jamie Collins. No more Slay. Can Matt Patricia really coach? Is he a good head coach? We're gonna be able to see this here. Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, they had good weapons on offense. That defense, their defense is really below average. 341 points scored last year, tied 18th, and that was with Matthew Stafford missing half the year. Kenny Galladay is great. I love him. 423 points allowed. That was 26. That is probably going to stay around the same. I don't think their defense will be able to take that next step. That is why I got them going 5-11. Moving on, Green Bay Packers 7-9, worst 13-3 last team ever probably. I mean they're outgained, but they did add Devin Funchess. That's not saying much because they did win. Obviously, we know what they did. They got Jordan Love to motivate Aaron. I don't know what it was. People think it's a bad pick. You can't say it's a bad pick until Jordan Love actually plays. A.J. Dillon. Now, I think A.J. Dillon, that was a bad pick. They had Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams. They could have gone defense there, but they did go A.J. Dillon second round. They could have gone receiver. There's so many receivers they could have gone after. They got A.J. Dillon. Their defense, the Smith brothers are great. I love them. Jair Alexander, I don't think he's elite status cornerback yet, but he's getting there. Maybe like a fringe quarterback or cornerback one. I got Packers going 7-9. I know a lot of people are high on the Packers this year. I got them going 7-9. I got the Bears also going 7-9. Added Jimmy Graham, Nick Foles. Who's going to start? Nick Foles, Mitch Trubisky. I think it's going to be Nick Foles, but he's not going to be like Philly Nick Foles with that amazing run they had. Added Cole Kmet. I like Cole Kmet, probably the best tight end in the draft in my opinion. Jalen Johnson, rookie corner. Lost Taylor Gabriel, wide receiver. Trey Burton, Prince Mukamara. Matt Nagy, one coach of the year 2 years ago. Matt Nagy, he's got to do something with this offense here. 280 points scored last year. That was 29th with horrible quarterback play. But we all know that defense allowed 249 or 48. My bad. That was fourth last year. They went 8-8. Max getting older. Really didn't have the best year last year. They didn't do much to add to that defense. I like Roquan Smith, but still, I got Chicago going 7-9. And winning the division, I got the Vikings 9-7. Now, NFC North, in my opinion, this could be the worst division in the league. It's really not as stacked as it was a couple years ago, but I liked what the Vikings did in the offseason. Added Justin Jefferson, Michael Pierce, Jeff Gladney, but no Diggs, Rhodes, Linval Joseph, Everson Griffin. But they did just get Nick Njoku from Jacksonville. Mike Zimmer, he's a little passive these days as a head coach, but he's a great defensive coach. He wants to run the ball through Dalvin Cook. Gary Kubiak, OC, 407 points scored last year. That was actually 8th. They got a good offense, and they only allowed 303 points. That was tied 5th, and they went 10-6 last year. I think they win the division easily at 9-7. They could go 11-5. They could also be 6-10. I think Kirk's underrated. He's gonna have a great year, but still tough schedule. 9-7. Recapping that division, I got Detroit 5-11, Green Bay 7-9, Chicago 7-9, and Minnesota winning it 9-7. Moving on divisions to the NFC South, probably one of the best divisions in the NFL for sure. Fourth, I got Carolina Panthers, man. I got them going 4-12 because that defense. Brian Burns is the only noticeable guy on defense. James Bradbury just lost him. Did add Derek Brown, but he's not gonna be able to take. He's not gonna be able to take over a game like Aaron Donald as a rookie yet, which is why I got him going 4-12 because that defense. I mean, I like Teddy Bridgewater, Robbie Anderson. I mean, no more Greg Olsen, Luke Kuechly, James Bradbury. Like, I think Carolina, they're in a new era. Let's say. I think they're in a rebuilding era. We all know McCaffrey's great, but still, top division 4-12 for Carolina. And in third in the division, I got the Falcons at 7-9. Added Todd Gurley, Hayden Hurst, Dante Flower, AJ Terrell from Clemson, lost Austin Hooper, Devontae Freeman, and Desmond Trufant. I like Dan Quinn as a coach. Last year they had that great run towards the end with him and that defense, whatever. Still, that defense for me is still not how it was when they were in the Super Bowl. They've just declined defensively ever since, and that offense has also declined ever since. Only 381 points scored last year. That was 13th for the Falcons, and Matt Ryan and Julio in that offense. That's unlike them. 7-9 last year. I think they repeat and go 7-9 again. Second in the division, I got the Saints coming in at second actually. Added Emmanuel Sanders, Norris Jenkins. I like the Sanders addition. That will give Drew Brees another target, but they don't throw the ball down the field at all. They got no vertical passing game, and they don't strike quick. And in the NFL these days, striking quick that's a big advantage that they just don't have. Lost Eli Apple, AJ Klein on defense, and Von Bell. We all know Sean Payton's a great coach. We all know him and Drew Brees. They're great tandem. Drew Brees is getting older, but still, I still like him going into this year. Still an MVP candidate. 13-3 last year. Kamara, there's contract talks. He might hold out, not play this year. They're open to trading him, but they got Tavius Murray. I like their offense. LaShawn Lattimore, great cornerback there, but Drew Brees aging. I'm going 10-6. At 11-5, a game ahead of the Saints. I got Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know that's weird to say. Tom Brady, Gronk. Added Tristan Wirfs in the draft from Iowa. Obviously Winston, Perriman, they're gone. Bruce Arians, him and Tom Brady. I think they're gonna be great. They're gonna be great together. They're gonna chuck the ball downfield. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a fun team to watch with all those weapons. 458 points scored last year, which was third. We know the turnover issues they had, but that defense 449, which was 29th. Now that's concerning. They did add Antonio Winfield Jr. to that secondary, and I love Devin White. I think he's going to be one of the best linebackers in the league, but still. And Shaq Barrett, great pass rusher. 400. Their secondary is not a Super Bowl winning secondary, but regular season, I think they're be able to find a couple of games. Nice warm weather. I'll go 11-5 with Tampa Bay. So I got Carolina 4-12, Atlanta 7-9, New Orleans 10-6, and the Bucks. Tom Brady going 11-5. Moving on to the East, Washington football team 2-14. I don't have to explain their name's a football team. They added Chase Young. He's gonna be great. We all know that. Kyle Allen. Could he take over? I mean, who we got? Kyle Allen, Alex Smith, Dwayne Haskins. I don't think Haskins is not accurate at all. I don't think he's a good quarterback. He's not mobile. Lost Chris Thompson, Quentin Dunbar. Ron Rivera is a great coach, but unfortunately, all prayers goes out to him and his family. Just found out he got cancer. Scott Turns, new OC. Jack Del Rio, new DC. All new head coaches. Scored the least amount of points last year with Haskins in his first year. He can turn around. I don't see it happening. I think it's another rough year as they went 3-13 last year, 2-14 for Washington. And coming in at third, I got the Giants going 9-7. I think that offense is Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is great. He could be the best quarterback in that draft. He really could be. They added Andrew Thomas, the tackle from Georgia, 4th overall. James Bradbury, Xavier McKinney, Blake Martinez, Kyle Fackrell. They didn't lose anyone big too. Joe Judge, can he coach? We'll see. Jason Garrett's a new OC. Again, I really do like Daniel Jones. But their defense allowed 451, which was 30th. I think that will improve with all these new additions. So I got Giants surprising people at 9-7. Coming in at second, 10-6, a game ahead of the Giants, Dallas Cowboys. We know they added CeeDee Lamb, and that offense is already this 434 points scored last year. That was sixth. It's gonna be great. That line with Dak and those weapons, Zeke, Tony Pollard, Amari Cooper, Gallup, and they did add Gerald McCoy, lost Randall Cobb and Travis Frederick. No more Robert Quinn. That hurts. That was their sack leader. And that defense, I mean, they did add Everson Griffin, but what Robert Quinn was, he was important for them last year, and I don't have him. Same with Byron Jones. Mike McCarthy, new coach. I don't know how to feel about Mike McCarthy until we see. That defense is the only thing that's going to hold back Dallas, but I do like Dallas this year, so we're going to go 10-6 with them. And winning the division in a tiebreaker over Dallas, I got Philly. I got Philly winning the division. I do like their roster. Added Marquise. Okay, he's not going to play, but they did add Marquise Goodwin. And Darius Slay, Jalen Rager out first 3 to 4 weeks. Shoulder injury. Lost Jordan Howard and Aguilar. Malcolm Jenkins is in New Orleans now. Doug Peterson, he's a great coach. We all know he can coach. Their offense was 12th last year in points scored and allowed 15th least points defensively. And PFF O-line grade was number 1 last year. That'll be top 3 again this year. 9-7 last year with Carson Wentz. Is he injured? Is he not? Is he able to play a full season? That's really the only question in Philly. Is Carson Wentz be able to play a full season? I think he will. I think they go 10-6. Recapping the East, Washington football team 2-14, Giants 9-7, Dallas 10-6, and Philly at 10-6 winning. Moving on to, in my opinion, the best division in football. Say the best for last. NFC West. LA Rams, I got them going 7-9 at the bottom of that division. Cam Akers, rookie running back. I do like Cam Akers. Van Jefferson, wide receiver from Florida. No more Gurley, Kirks, Dante Flower, and all that. They paid too many stars. Jared Goff, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. They just got so much. Those three combined have so much money that they're just eating the cap. 9-7 last year. 11th ranked offense, 17th ranked defense. Tough division. I got Rams going 7-9. Coming in at third, I got the Arizona Cardinals going 9-7. I like the Cardinals this year. We know they added D-Hop, but man, not Isaiah Simmons is not being talked about enough. He is unbelievable. I think he's going to be the best defense player coming out of that draft over Chase Young. Lost DJ David Johnson that trade. Who cares? Kenyon Drake was amazing last year when they had him. Damiere Byrd, he's gone too, but they did bring in DeAndre Hopkins, so that was an upgrade there. Cliff Kingsbury is one of the best offensive minds in the game. 361 points scored last year. That was tied for right in the middle of the pack, 16th in the league. That's not bad for a rookie quarterback with Kyler. Kyler MVP favorite. Defense was not the best. 442 points allowed, which was 28th. That's why I'm saying Isaiah Simmons I feel like he's gonna change around that around. He can do so much defensively. Pat Pete, he's not Pat Pete anymore. Well, obviously still is, but he's just not as good as he is. So for that reason, I think their offense excels. Defense holds them back at 9-7. And at second, I got the NFC champs from last year, the San Francisco 49ers, going 11-5. Added Brandon Ayuk in the draft. Ooh, that's a fun name to say. Ayuk and Javon Kinlaw. Jesus. And Travis Benjamin. and Trent Williams. Great whole line. Well, they got rid of Joe Staley. He retired, brought in Trent Williams. No more DeForest Buckner, but again, Kinlaw's there, and Sanders is gone, but York was there, and they lost Matt Breida, but they got Mostert, who's going off last year. Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive-minded coach. 479 points scored last year. That was second. 310 points allowed. That was eighth. Nick Bosa in that defense is going to be scary again. But I can see him falling off little. They have, well, what's the word? They don't have Patrick Mahomes on the football. They have Jimmy G. That reason I'm going 11-5. And winning the division this year, I got Seattle Seahawks going 12-4, winning the hardest division in football. Added Greg Olsen, Carlos Hyde, Philip Dorsett, Quentin Dunbar. Let's see, who'd they lose? Clowney? And we all know what happened with that trade. And they got Jamal Adams, that defense. Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams, Griffin, the Griffin brothers. Pete Carroll's a great coach, 11-5 last year. I think they one up themselves. They go 12-4. Russell Wilson, my opinion, second best quarterback in football behind Mahomes. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf in his sophomore year will be fun to watch. I think it's going to be a fun team to watch. Hard hitters on defense, and Russell Wilson dancing around back there is always fun to watch. So I got Seattle going 12-4. Recapping hardest division in football: Rams 7-9, Cardinals 9-7, San Fran 11-5, and Seattle winning it 12-4. Going to conference and playoffs: Green Bay, Chicago, Atlanta, Rams, all 7-9. I got Arizona and Giants 9-7, and my playoff teams: Dallas 10-6, Saints 10-6, San Fran 11-5, Minnesota winning a weak division. They get the 4th seed 9-7. Philly gets tiebreak over Dallas. They go 10-6, 3rd seed. Tampa Bay 11-5, and Seattle winning it at 12-4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm starting this channel out. Please, it would help me, mean a lot to me. I really want to get this YouTube thing going for me. I'm going to be posting Madden and all that. I'm just going to post some random football stuff, sports stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. And tomorrow, I'm going over my playoffs and my Super Bowl winner. So be tuned for that. Hit that bell. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.